Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and I want to give my commentary on blogger Millichun TV's interview with Trisha from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Millichun was great. She was always her professional and articulate self. She was very patient with Trisha. She did not match Trisha's negative energy. And I think that that's very important when you're interviewing someone who has the energy that Trisha has. So kudos to Millichun. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. After I give commentary on this interview, I want to talk about Christal XO. She actually calls out an inconsistency on something that Trisha has been telling journalists. So, in my opinion, and of course, everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion, and the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on a Christal XO soundbite is allowed. All right, so I am convinced that Carlos King or someone from Kingdom Reign must have recommended to Trisha that she do some interviews to try and soften her image amongst the viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But the problem is, just because she's doing an interview, that does not change anything that is real and concrete about her personality and the way that she approaches situations like conflict or when people disagree. Now, a word that she used often during her interview with Millichun TV is weird. Millichun would ask her about specific scenes that Trisha filmed. You know, what were you thinking during this? Why did you say that? That was weird. That was weird. When Millichun tried to get an understanding, like, why did you leave the St. Thomas trip without saying goodbye to Melody? And she was the host and she invited you on the trip. You know, it was weird. They had a lot of stuff coming at her and it was awkward. And I mean, I was just leaving. Get me on a flight. It was weird. And when Millichun would say to her politely and gently, that the viewers sometimes see you as not being a truth teller. The viewers, you know, feel like you have something against Melody and you do not know her. She was like, well, you know, it's like this and it's not like that. And I don't give two shits what people say. You know, I don't care. It was weird. And I get it. She may be a little, she came off very defensive. And I get it, you should not be a slave to worrying about what others think of you, but there are better ways to say it versus you don't give two shits. Because Trisha, you did choose to be on a reality TV show and you chose to be interviewed. So if the people pose questions, you could just say, I said what I said, and I want to be consistent. I want to stand on business, not take back what I said. You know, I can't worry about what people think of me. It may not have been the most appropriate, or it may have come off a little awkward, but just to say you don't give two shits, like that really doesn't help when you're on a TV show, just like not at all. And then you're choosing to do interviews. And she did kind of say that she was nervous while filming. Millichun said, you know, you definitely look nervous, which is totally 100% accurate. That was probably the only very brief moment where she seemed a little vulnerable. And I felt like the live chat was matching Trisha's energy. You know, you're being so short and curt with the viewers that are watching this show that contributed to the paychecks that you and Ken received. Why do you have to be so hostile? And it's so funny how, like, you may have a thought about something and you don't verbalize it. But just like how I've even said in previous videos, it's just hard for me to believe that Martell was an actual teacher, that he educated children and special needs children at that. It is hard for me to picture Trisha as an engineer in working for NASA. Now, do I think she's in the same exact role as the late, great Katherine Johnson, who wrote the coordinates? She did the math for the astronauts to go into space. Hell no. There's no way you can convince me that Trisha from Love and Marriage Huntsville does that. Do I think that she may be doing some sort of like lower level engineering? I would say yes, because there are different types of engineering. But do I think she's doing the mathematics for the astronauts to go into orbit? No, not at all. But she saw comments where someone said, I cannot see her as an engineer. She was like, oh, you can't? You can't? Trisha, I'm sure you were told this when you were a little girl, that not everyone is going to like you. And that is quite all right. Now, people kept asking her about Stormy. Kicking It with Courtney, she got on the panel and she asked Trisha, did you feel set up by Stormy? And you know, Trisha never threw Stormy under the bus. And I think that's because the two of them had an understanding. In my opinion, Stormy brought Trisha on the show as an additional person to come at Melody in a negative way, especially because Stormy had the mindset that this was going to be her last season on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and there was no way that she was going to walk away from the show and there be one less person to aggravate Melody and disrespect and taunt Melody. So Stormy replaced herself with Trisha. Trisha denied having an issue with Melody, and she said that she is still getting to know her. But ma'am, your confessionals and the scenes that you film are saying the total opposite. But whatever, that's quite all right. But if I had to summarize Trisha's interview with Millichun, I would say she has a lot of negative energy. I said that in my review today of the episode, that Trisha seems like she needs anger management. Millichun told her to go into grief counseling. We know that she's lost quite a few family members. And I think that she needs to get some self-control, because it's always about, you want to slap this person, you want to knock somebody out. She even said during the interview that if anybody had a problem with what she said, I'm paraphrasing that part, she says that you all could meet up. I'm like, excuse me? And you are on a reality TV show? I thought that was wild. Hugely, hugely inappropriate. What did you think about Trisha's interview with Millichun? Okay, so then after Millichun was done, I headed on over to Christal XO. She is giving her commentary right now on Martell and Ariane's interview with the alleged mistress. And she's live with Scorpio Mo. They ended up talking about Trisha being inconsistent. And here's what Christal XO had to say.
Sorry, Trish has lied. Let me tell you something. I want to give you guys a little tea. Trish, in my interview with her, which is on this channel, and also on Millichun Parker, she said that when she came to Martell's house, the movie was playing, and they watched a movie. Y'all remember that? Yep. Then she interviewed with a friend of mine and told her that they didn't watch the movie, they worked out. Literally told two different journalists two different things. Like she, and on top of the end, when she got to the show, she lied to I can't even get on Trish today. I want to stay focused on this. I got another clip. I got another clip.
Okay, so you heard that, where Trisha is telling different journalists different stories. And we have heard her say that they watched a movie And then she told another journalist that they actually did work out. Not to use Trisha's favorite word, but she is weird. And like, why? Like, why lie about something like that? Either y'all exercised or you watched a movie or you fucked. I don't know. That's like one out of three options. But why tell two different journalists two different answers? I feel like it also takes a lot of arrogance to just blatantly lie like that repeatedly. Like Trisha has to be arrogant enough to think that no one would know of the inconsistencies. Christal XO, she is a journalist and she has other peers in the industry. They obviously exchange notes and she has been busted. But if Trisha is so arrogant thinking that she wouldn't get caught, or like she has said, she doesn't give two shits, she's just going around saying whatever. It's just really weird energy, just so strange. I just don't get it where production is finding these people. But definitely head on over to Christal XO's YouTube page too if you want to hear her commentary on the interview. I think she's great. I love an intelligent, articulate, professional Black woman, and that's definitely Christal XO. But what did you all think about Trisha's interview with Millichun TV? What do you think about the inconsistencies in her story? It's also giving there was some smashing, just in my opinion, between her and Martell for her to be so heavily inconsistent. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.